Hi, I'm Jen Martin, and you're listening to Chris Gordon, Ramblings of a Hellblazer.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, listeners, wherever you are in the world right now. This is the one and the only Ramblings of a Hellblazer podcast with your host, as always, Chris Gordon, bringing you the interviews with the stars of TV, film, and theatre. Today I'm proud to bring another exclusive. This beautiful young lady is new on the scene, but causing a stir already. Not only an actress, but a playwright too, having written and starred in a successful show for New Zealand's national theatre company Capital E, which continues to tour both nationally and internationally today. She has a strong background in theatre, but after working on various shorts, pilots and a feature in New Zealand, she has now focused herself towards a career in film and television, which naturally led her to move to London. She's also the co-creator and head writer of indie production company Film Thought with her partner Liam Bachler. Today, however, we're here to talk to her about her role in Robin Hood New Beginnings. Without further ado, I introduce you to Miss Jennifer Martin. Good evening, Jen. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I know this always feels weird after we've just been chatting for 10 minutes.
No.
All right, okay, as you know, I've got questions for you to talk about. Who you are, where you're from, and what you're going to be doing in Robin Hood New Beginnings.
Excellent.
I mean, I kind of want to start talking to you, like, you know, with the old outlaw scum, you know, that kind of thing, because that's who I am, you know. What business you got to be Robin Hood, yeah. I've lost it.
Oh, it's still there, it's still there.
Oh, yeah. I'll be a one-episode wonder.
That's all you need, mate, that's all you need.
2 lines and that's it, I'm done.
Star.
Yeah, excellent. So we'll start off with you. What made you want a career in acting then?
Oh my gosh, that is such a hard one. When I was little, I think I just wanted to be all these different kind of things. I wanted to be a Charlie's Angel for ages. I wanted to be a detective. I wanted to be a wizard. I wanted to be a dinosaur. I got really obsessed with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to be Jim Carrey. And then I guess I realised that the only way to do all these kind of things is to be an actor, because you can't actually do that in real life. Well, you could, but you'd probably get arrested.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So that got me really into it. And then I just made up my mind. I think I was about 13 that I was going to be an actor. My parents tried to talk me out of it for ages. And then they finally, you know, they're really supportive now. But it took them a little while. But yeah.
Alrighty then. That's my Jim Carrey. Poor impression.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of dinosaur did you want to be? So I've just heard you say dinosaur there. Go on.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I think a Strathamimus.
Oh, what? I've not heard of that one.
They kind of look like it's like a cross between an ostrich, but a giant ostrich.
Mm-hmm.
Cross between an ostrich and a crocodile. Kind of looks a bit like that. Gosh, that's a terrible... But they're quite darty and they run really fast. But Google it. Type in Strathamimus and you will find it.
Okay, I shall do that. You've got me intrigued now. Excellent. I've also seen that you wrote your own play.
Yes.
What's that about? That's a pretty cool thing to be doing.
It's about dinosaurs. It's about this woman who's from Yorkshire,
mm-hmm.
and she travels back in time to stop dinosaurs from becoming extinct. So you can see there's a little theme there with my sessions.
It's kind of carried on through your life, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, and now I'm saving them.
Is that the one that's still touring around?
I think it stopped touring now, but I toured in it as the actor for, gosh, it was almost like 4 years on and off, and then I left to head over for the bright lights of London, and someone else has taken over my role.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's still pretty impressive, though, you know. You're multi-talented.
Oh, thank you.
So what other theatre shows have you been in? Obviously, you've got a theatre background as well.
I do. You know, a lot of them, they are, well, obviously because I'm from New Zealand, a lot of the shows are set in New Zealand and New Zealand authors and that kind of thing. So I did a bit of work at Circa. I did a play called Mike and Virginia, which I really loved, by Nick Ward and Catherine Burnett. Did another show called I don't know if you want to hear about that show, but I played this new age poet,
right?
Who pretty much fell in love with everyone that she met and wrote poems about them. Yeah, I mean, I've done the classicals as well. Like I did Henry VI Part 1, which I got to play Joan of Arc, which I guess is probably good prep for Robin Hood series, because I got to learn how to swing a broadsword and yell. Yeah. I guess those are a couple of memorable ones, and then I guess like Midsummer Night's Dream, and gosh, I should really just get my CV up and start reading it.
I know, yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, theatre's great. Do you prefer theatre or do you prefer screen work and TV work? I know it's a hard choice. I know everyone struggles with this one.
I guess when I've been doing film for a while, I really miss, I guess, the immediacy of theatre and having a live audience. But then when I've been doing theatre for ages and it finishes, I always get the blues, I guess, after the show is done, because that's it. Whereas if you've done like film work, then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the film, the final product, and then you can watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think I like film a bit more at the moment, just because you get to keep it. You get to hold on to your work and it's there forever.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's more long-lasting, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's a bit more money in it as well. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't allowed to go into acting when I loved it when I was younger. My parents took me away and they steered me into IT. That's what I dreamed of being. I was on stage in school, I was on stage in uni, a pantomime dame. I did Shakespeare a lot and I absolutely adored it. But then they steered me. They came in when I was in my sixth form and they took me. I mean, they had best interests at heart. I love them dearly, so it's, I don't blame them. I had the lead. I was Nicholas Nickleby in Smike the musical, and I was him. And they took me out. They went to the headmaster and they pulled me out of the musical because of my exams. I was gutted, and I sat and cried my eyes out when I watched the guy who took over because he didn't have long to practice. And I wouldn't say that I would have been good, but he was awful.
Fair enough. No, both of my parents are scientists, so I'm
all right. Cool.
Yeah, gone in a completely different direction. Sometimes my mum will go and watch films and she's like, oh, I just saw this film with Angelina Jolie. You would have been way better than her. Why didn't you audition? It's like, it doesn't really work like that, Mum, but thank you.
Yeah. Nice vote of confidence there.
Yeah, exactly. But parents, I guess, if they're not your biggest fans, then who is?
Exactly. I mean, my mum's getting her head around what I'm doing at the moment because she's I'm trying to tell her this is absolutely brilliant. It's taking me back to what I wanted to do 20 odd years ago, something like that. I'm too old, and you're right, trying to get her to it's unbelievable. That's in between trying to support her IT issues, how do I get my words to work.
Yes, I have weekly Skypes from my grandma who has the same issues. She's just got online at the moment, and so
right.
Yeah. My sister's like, don't teach her anything that she can ask questions about.
I was actually a guy I work with, straying away. We were talking about that today in work, and he said his mum was the same, and I think she went quiet for 9 months. He'd built her a PC, and it was every night was the same sort of conversation. I think everyone can relate to their mothers at a certain age having to or the fathers phoning up and going through how do I do that? How do I send an email? But she went quiet for 9 months and came back and said, so how do you reroute DNS and do a root lookup? And she'd really got into it, and she was like, she'd gone really, really technical, and then after 9 months of silence, just came back with some really techie stuff. Yeah. She said, you just sat there gobsmacked.
Your job in a minute.
I know, yeah. She was like, I really enjoyed it. I was like, no one enjoys that kind of stuff. I hate it. Shh. Paying my bills. Cool. Anyway, enough of that. Back on track. That's always me. Sorry, I'll ramble away. Apologies for that.
That's why you are ramblings of a Hellblazer.
Well, hey, there you got it in one. Excellent. So what kind of drew you to the role of Robin?
Oh, I don't know. I guess playing a role like that is really a dream come true, isn't it? She's like this badass, kick-ass woman, really. Mm-hmm. I don't know anyone that wouldn't want to play that role. But I guess also I'm a huge fan of Game of Thrones and those kind of series. And in Game of Thrones, there are so many amazing female characters. And I guess Robin Hood growing up, I was a big fan of the Disney film, and then Robin Hood Men in Tights, and then Robin of Sherwood and that kind of thing. And I'd always wanted to play, instead of Maid Marian, I guess, Robin Hood, but he's a man. But in this series, it's a woman. So. Yeah. Sorry, now I'm rambling.
No, that is pretty cool. As I say, it's
fighting and the horse riding, and I think also the fact that she's, I don't know. I think it's just an incredible opportunity to play a character like that I don't think comes along that often.
Yeah, definitely. I think things like Game of Thrones, like you've said, and it's not just that, those shows before that have really empowered and
Yeah,
shown
yeah.
that you can have female leads, and
Great for these kind of shows.
definitely. I mean, even Star Wars for now. Star Wars has got Daisy
Exactly.
as a female lead, and people thought that wasn't going to work. The heads of Disney were like, "Oh, you can't do it because it's not going to work." It's like, seriously, it's like the biggest selling film of all time. It's women kick ass just as well. So
Yeah, because I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of amazing female characters in Robin Hood, as well as male characters too.
oh yeah,
No, they've got a twist with, I won't reveal it, but Maid Marian
no spoilers.
as well, so she's going to be pretty kick-ass too. But I think, yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm blabbering.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to. It's going to be a cracking role.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, even
Some push-ups and practicing my archery.
yeah, get those muscles going.
Yeah.
Well, even say you like Robin and Sherwood. Well, I had Phil Rose, who's Friar Tuck, the original one.
Oh, awesome.
And we were talking about this, and we're talking about, obviously, yourself as female Robin Hood. And he was like, you know what, female Robin Hood, why not? So there you go, someone from the original Robin and Sherwood fully supporting it.
Why not? Maybe he can come back for a cameo.
I know, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Some sort of an abbot or something,
Friar Tuck's dad.
Yeah.
Way.
Anthony, are you listening? Excellent. I mean, you've just answered my next question as well, which was your favourite Robin Hood characters. So, I mean, there's so many to choose from, so many different styles, but you kind of went for the Disney and the Men in Tights.
I think because it came out when I was like 5 or 6, I think. Gosh, don't quote me on that because there's probably a lie. But I think I was about that old when I first saw the Disney Robin Hood and I really loved it. But then Robin Hood Men in Tights is just so funny.
It is. We're men in tights.
Hey! Take that. We'll put it in our series too.
Yeah, we'll have a comedy thing. Buffy managed it. Buffy did a musical version. We should have a musical episode.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Excellent. So when are we starting to film it? Or when are you starting to film it? Can you tell us anything about that?
I think, and don't quote me on this, but I know that they're doing a pitch later in the year. I think it's October. Those are the dates that I've been told so far, a couple of weeks in October. And then it will go into production next year in summer. Spring, summer.
Excellent. Yeah, that's kind of what I know as well. I was just trying to get it feeding out of you as well.
That's all I know.
Hopefully though, if we get the pitch done, they might bring it forward, depending.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So, January. Oh no, it'll be raining.
Yeah, it'll be raining in January.
Winter over here. Oh, snowing. Snow could work.
Snow could work. There's some nice castle scenes around here. We could have some good old, winter is coming.
I could do that.
I could see you actually as pretty much of an Arya Stark type, going around ruthless. Your little needle.
He's about me, but okay.
No, from looking at it, it's totally opposite. So there you go. You've got the Merida hair, the lovely red hair as well. So you could be that type of.
Yes, I could be. I'd love to be Arya actually. She's ruthless.
Yes, an awesome character. I mean, they're all great in that film, in that show, though, aren't they?
Many characters, are there?
Yeah, it's just you go through each season and you're like, oh, and another one springs up and or they turn and you're like, oh my god, now I really like you. I couldn't stand you.
I was my favourite was the other day. I was like, I can't answer that. But then I was like, oh, actually I can. The Hound.
Oh, the Hound's awesome, isn't he?
It's fantastic.
He's just absolutely brilliant. Just no nonsense. My two favourites though have got to be Tyrion and Bronn.
Oh yeah, I love it too. So it's so hard to pick. I just like anyone who's a smart ass, really. And they're all smart asses. So
yeah, they are, yeah. But Tyrion, I think it was, I was actually speaking to Jerome about this. So Tyrion, I've seen it in somewhere. And again, I'm rambling away from everything here.
Okay.
Told you we'd talk about everything else but Robin Hood. Yeah, I was talking, a university study did something, and they were looking at Game of Thrones throughout all the seasons, and they worked out that if there was a protagonist at all, it was Tyrion Lannister, because he's actually interacted with the most amount of characters in the whole of the... No one else has interacted with as many different types of characters from the different houses as Tyrion. He seems to have had his finger in a lot of pies.
Yeah, he has. Oh, I love Tyrion though. He's great.
So funny, so funny. And I was saying, cried with laughter at that scene with Pod, where he'd given Pod some money to go and celebrate.
Oh, yeah.
And they came back, and it was just like, he sat there and he goes, yeah, here's the money, they didn't want it. Really? Grab a drink, tell me more. Apparently he's a very big joker as well, those two, so there was a lot of ad-lib stuff and corpsing, and taking a long time and getting told off when they're filming.
Yeah.
Which you can picture. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what Robin Hood's style's based on anyway, isn't it? Going back to Robin Hood, I'll drag myself back.
Sorry.
No, it's not you, it's me. This is what I mean, though, it's great. This is the whole reason of Ramblings, we just talk about everything and anything.
Perfect, I can do that.
So yeah, I think that's where Robin Hood's sort of drawing some of its inspiration from, is that grittiness for the people who are listening. That's the kind of thing to expect.
Yeah.
Definitely,
I think. Well, I hope so, anyway.
Yeah.
And if not, we'll add the grit.
We will, yeah. Although I'm still trying to think of the jailer. I was doing have you seen, we talked about, you've seen Monty Python, Life of Brian?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Anthony and I were joking, because I said I should come on as the jailer doing the old Life of Brian. He's deaf, sir!
You should do it.
You'll be...
Homage, whatever homage is the right word.
Yeah, that's the right word, yeah. You'll all be sitting there for half a night, though, as I'm there struggling to get my words out. Like, come on, Chris, get over it. It's like I've got a certain amount of time on screen. This is what I'm going to do.
I'm going to my moment.
I'm going to ham it up.
Add some comic relief.
Yeah, and I've probably just talked myself out of it now. Or talked Anthony out of it, should I say.
Then that home edition.
Yeah. Extended edition, not to be seen on screen. Yeah. So what are you looking forward to the most? I mean, we've kind of skirted around it, but give me a definite.
I think I'm looking forward to the fighting choreography and the fighting scenes, and like the horse riding and the archery and all of those kind of things. Like, I've done a little bit of that, but I haven't actually done it on film as a character. It's all kind of just been learning how to do it. So I think I'm most excited about learning how to really kick ass.
Excellent.
And look at doing it.
Excellent. I mean, we've got some great choreographers and fight people coming in to help as well, which is going to be brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting my teeth stuck into those scenes.
Cool.
The costumes as well, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't wait to see them. Like, I've seen a sneak peek of one of Maid Marian's dresses, and I was a bit jealous, to be honest, because I think I'm rags. But
yeah. I'm a little disappointed you didn't say that working with me would be one of the things.
I've changed it to my number one. Working with Chris Gordon.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm kidding.
But kidding, really, are you?
No, I'm not. This is going to be huge. You guys are just going to, oh dear, sorry. I'm modest. As far as it's just surprisingly so.
Am I? Okay. I believe you.
Yeah. It's not coming across very well, but yeah. Excellent. I mean, Jed's as well. We've talked Jed Brophy. He's joining us too in the cast. It has been announced, so I can talk about that. I've had the honour to meet him before and chat to him twice, but you've had the honour of working with him, haven't you?
Yes, a couple of times. I guess, well, because I'm from New Zealand, you pretty much know everyone that lives in the country. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've worked with Jed a couple of times when I was at drama school. He came in and directed a few pieces, and then since I left drama school, I've worked with him on a couple of read-throughs and that kind of thing. I haven't worked with him on screen yet, so I'm super excited about doing that. And I'm super stoked that there's another Kiwi on board as well.
I know, you're taking over.
Yeah, we are.
No, that's going to be really awesome now. It's really fantastic that he's joined as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. He seems to be, I say, from when I've chatted to him, and obviously you know, because he seems to be a very fun and jovial person. So I think there's going to be a lot of laughter on set.
Definitely. I think so. I hope so.
Excellent. Are you looking...
Jokes.
Sorry?
I said a lot of practical joking, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, definitely. Yeah, I can... Yeah. As long as I'm... I'll do my little bits and I'll try not to spoil everyone else's by. Have you got anything else in the pipeline at all at the moment? I mean, I've seen some Heartbeat. Something you've helped produce and been acted in.
Yeah, that was actually shot a little while ago now, about a year or so ago, and it's almost finished being edited. And I'm going back to New Zealand in December, so we're going to have like the cast and crew screening is scheduled for December. So I'm really excited about seeing that.
Cool.
It's a bit different to Robin Hood. Maybe not. It's a comedy horror, so there is going to be a lot of gore in it, and I guess Robin Hood might have some gore, may or may not. Won't be anything out of the bag just yet. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I got to work with some really awesome people, and it was shot in Waikanae, which is on the west coast of New Zealand. It's a very windy beach.
Okay.
It was set in summer, but we shot it in winter, and we're in quite skimpy outfits. So it was, it was quite fun playing really when you are freezing.
Yeah.
There was one scene actually where I had to pick something up, and I had to find it without looking down. Mm-hmm. And my hands were so cold. People were yelling, the crew was yelling at me, "It's on your hand, it's on your hand." I don't know, I can't feel it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Excellent.
In hindsight.
Yeah, in hindsight, yeah. At the time, it was just like, please just get me into my shelter. I mean, that must be a hard bit as well. I mean, diverting again, but that's obviously part of the acting business is you get thrown into situations and such diverse situations where you are like, you're supposed to be in the middle of summer and you're absolutely freezing your bits off in the middle of winter in minus something.
But they kept, our cinematographer kept saying, all of the catalogues, I guess, from Victoria's Secret and all of that kind of thing, they shoot them in winter so that they're ready for summer. And he's like, "Do you see those models complaining?" "No." I'm like, "Well, you never know." Not complaining, just trying to stay warm.
Exactly, yeah. Well, you can't see them complaining because they're smiling, and as soon as the camera's off, it's like, yeah, I won't swear, but yeah, all the F-word words come out and the big fur coats and the...
Well, it was actually a lot of fun, even though there wasn't much complaining going on. Not a lot, but...
Just the odd, "I'm cold."
Yeah. "Oh, I'm cold, I want to kill you."
I hope that's what you meant about the show and you just didn't stare at me just then and said, "I want to kill you."
Guess we'll find out.
No, yeah. Yeah, episode 2, yeah. Excellent. Is there anything else that you've got in the pipeline that you're coming up and that you can talk about?
Just finished a show at Lost Theatre over here. It's part of the One Act Festival. And then I'm working on this web series that's coming up called, at the moment, the working title is The Waiting Room. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's set in the waiting room of a walk-in centre. So, and it's a comedy as well. It's going to be a five-part series.
All right, that sounds good.
Yeah. So it's in the pipelines. And then other than that, I'm just auditioning for stuff, and you never know when things are going to come up. Please come up.
Yeah, that's a tough thing, isn't it? It's constant. There's lots of, that's what people don't understand and don't see is that behind the scenes, you guys are pretty much all day, every day. If you're not in a role, that you're always working to get the next role and you're sending so much out and it's always constantly going. A lot of people don't realise that's what it is to be an actor. They just see the fame and the fortune and think, "Oh God, it's easy. You just walk on set, done." That's the whole thing, but it's not. It's a lot of hard work involved in it.
Yeah, exactly. But a lot of fun as well, I think.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of fun involved too. That's the difference, I think, isn't it? Because I think the people in yourselves, you're doing what you love to do. And that's why it doesn't seem like hard work when because everyone I speak to, none of you will say it's hard work. Well, you say it's hard work, but then it's just the love of what you do and the love of being able to show you those emotions and stuff and share everything like that. It completely overwhelms any sort of effort that's needed. That was a whole blurb of
I completely agree.
Thanks. This stumped me on a one-word answer there. But yeah, no, it's true. I think it's it's going to be a lot of.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's the one, yeah.
After the hard work is finished.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a common theme, should I say, amongst everyone, is how much fun acting is. when it's put aside and you sort of balance things out and you balance your life out. But I envy you guys. I really. I'll just sit here and envy you.
You're acting in the series as well, so other people are going to be envying you soon.
That's true. They won't be when they see me, but.
Don't say that. People need to watch the show.
Oh, they'll watch it for everyone else. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You know, I'm plugging the show. Robin Hood's going to be absolutely awesome. No matter what's going to happen, it's going to be a fantastic ride and a fantastic adventure, I think.
Wow, adventure. Yeah. That's a good word for it. I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, the whole thing, it's a whole adventure, isn't it, Robin Hood? And that's the spirit of adventure is going to be there, the spirit of battling, and I hope there's going to be some blood and guts. And I've been told I can use a poker and torture people. So, you know...
Hopefully not me!
I'm not going to give out spoilers, but yeah.
Watch out for the pokers, everyone.
Yeah, watch out for those pokers, because... yeah, when I get older... No, I'm joking. That's not the kind of fetish that I'm into. I don't really go down Soho doing that kind of thing.
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah. Maybe... Anthony, I think, has already come up with a GIMP mask idea for the... And I was like, no.
Cut the GIMP mask.
Yeah. Get rid of that. Cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to say? I've kind of run out of questions for you now, sadly.
Oh.
Anything you'd like to say to your people who are listening?
Watch the show? Oh my gosh, I'm stumped as well. I want to say something very witty and insightful, but nothing is coming to me.
When stuck for words, you are impression you can do.
No, that was brilliant. I wish I could do an impression like that, but I think I would just... I'd probably lose my job if I tried. I'd be rubbish. But, yeah, I guess just thank you heaps for listening, and I hope that people tune in and watch Robin Hood when it comes online.
Thank you for your time, Jen. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. I can't wait for Robin Hood New Beginnings to work with you and also to see it, and all you guys as well. I think you're going to absolutely love the show. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for Robin Hood New Beginnings. In the meantime, this has been Chris Gordon on Ramblings of a Hellblazer, signing out.